Hi, it's Nicole again, back with part 3 of my series. Why I'm doing this is basically I've been doing a lot of work on myself, and I've been learning things that I wish I knew. The tools I wish I knew when I was a teenager, just to take some of those huge boulders that we fit or we perceive to be in our path of life, and just make them a bit smaller. They don't go away because that's part of it, the challenges, but it does make it smaller. And what we all need to know is that we can get through it. And with tools, it can get easier and easier and easier. That's what it's all about. Now, with this number 3, part 3, we're going to be talking about choices. But before I get into the spiel or the discussion, I'd just like to say that I am not a psychologist. I have no training whatsoever. These are just my thoughts, my beliefs, and my feelings on life and tools that may help. And I hope that somebody somewhere along the line actually does connect with these, and it does help them, or just resonates, and they go, "That's how I feel too." That would just be brilliant. Anyway, so let's go on and talk about the topic, which is choices. Now, it's amazing that in every aspect of our life we have choices. We get to choose if we're going to get up out of bed. We get to choose what clothes we wear. We get to choose if we're going to brush our teeth or not. We get to choose if we're going to follow a career. We're going to choose if we're going to steal that bike over there or not. We have so many choices, and that in itself can be scary at times. But the thing is, it is amazing. If you choose one area one time and it doesn't lead you down the path that you want to go, then you know not to choose it again. But never be afraid to make a choice that you believe is going to help you. Now, sometimes you will hear people say, "I didn't have a choice, I had to go that way." No, they had a choice, but they chose to go down a certain path, and that's fair enough. That is fine. Sometimes people will say, "I didn't have a choice," because they have way too many choices, and sometimes those variety of choices can be just as daunting as anything else. So it all breaks down to a choice, but you need to make sure that when you choose something, it's something that both your head and your heart feel comfortable with. If you make a choice and you have a little voice or something saying, "Oh, I wouldn't do it if I was you," listen, because what's going to happen is it may not work out the best way for you. Now, I'm not saying, please don't take this that I'm saying do not go a certain path, because the thing is, it's all a learning, and I totally believe that all experiences give you knowledge, give you skill, be it good or bad. But I tell you what, if it's a bad experience, you know you're not going to go back there. If it's a good experience, you'll be back there. So don't be afraid to make those choices. Sometimes also, as a parent, now I'm a parent now, but as I was younger, your parents will try to say, "Oh, don't do that because of." Now, they're not doing it to be mean. They're not doing it to change you. They're doing it because maybe that's a choice they made when they were younger and it didn't work out so brilliantly for them. So what they are trying to do is to soften the blows that sometimes do come. That's fine, but they don't realise also that by making that choice, it may have a different outcome for you to them, because how you've grown up and the experiences you've gained have been different to those of your parents. Now, I'm not saying go against your parents' wishes. What I'm saying is recognise your choices. Enjoy the opportunity to make choices, and know that the choice or what you choose to do for you is the best for you at that time. Going back to the second one where we were talking about the best you can do. At that point in time, in that particular point in time, the choice you make is for the best for you at that point in time. Now, hindsight's an amazing thing. 3 years' time, you look back and go, maybe that wasn't the best choice. But at that point in time, whatever choice you make is what makes you feel the most comfortable at that point in time. So revel in it, enjoy it, because that is all part of growing, that is part of learning, that is all part of the experience. But know that the choices you have are vast and they are making you who you are. So revel in the choices. If you get stuck, write down the choices. Write them down. Do a pro and con. Write down the choices. But never, ever do you have, I don't have a choice. Okay? I'll leave it at that for today. If you have any feedback or you have any questions, please don't hesitate. With this, I'm not trying to sort of like say go against your parents or any way, shape or form. What I'm saying is be aware of the choices you have and love the opportunities to make those choices. Okay? Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.